I'm gonna. Oh,
The D12 is overrated, I think. But you're not ready for that
Come
conversation.
on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
We've been infiltrated by a D8 podcaster, I think.
Got that.
Hold on.
Hello, internet people. The D12 is underrated. But you're not ready for that conversation yet. So, we're not talking about that. Instead, we're making a tier list! Yeah! Ranking all of the D&D 5e core classes from worst to best.
S tier to F tier. There's only one
If we're gonna
class in
start
F
with
tier.
tier, like what
There's only
criteria are
one
we
class.
using to judge them?
Oh, whoa! I just realized I'm not. Here we go.
Ah, the tier list.
The tier list. You can take a look. I told them I
Whoa.
should scream at the people. Wow.
But yeah, like we gotta talk about like what criteria we using to
What
rank these things
criteria?
before.
My brother, I'm
It's
going
full
off of vibes and playability only.
Okay, well in that
It's
case,
full
Bard
vibes.
outranks all of them,
Bard
like
does
S
not
tier all the
outrank
way.
everyone.
Ooh.
Get out of here. Bard is amazing. It's a fantastic base character. I get to do silly shenanigans and I pass all my skill checks.
Bard is an A tier class.
A tier, SMH. Somebody hasn't played College of
I
Swords.
put it in D tier, honestly.
Okay.
All right. We gotta
actually
set
are
some
taking into
ground
account-
rules here, okay?
We're taking into account power as well. All right, Raj, go ahead. Set your
We're
ground
going.
rules.
Here's the ground rules, everyone. We're going to rank them each personally by vibes, bias, playability, whatever you want personally. S to F. We will then average where they go, and you get one average, and each person gets one that they can move up or down at their whim. One.
Oh my goodness.
Which means if one of your favorite class had an average of a B, you could move it up to A. Or if a class you don't like had an average of a B, you could move it down to C.
I was gonna suggest that we just battle it out and just argue and let the chips fall where they may.
I don't know. This seems kind of biased because like you're the one that has control over the chart
I won't touch
here.
it
Like,
unless
what's to
it is
keep you
group-
from just?
That's why we have groups. That's why we have these rules.
Unless it's group consensus on where it goes, my hand is not near my mouse. Okay.
Bro, we're
okay.
gonna be here all night if we have to get group consensus.
Oh, that's the
That's why
point.
we're doing averages.
Oh, but averaging is gonna take forever, and I'm not smart enough to do.
I can do it. I can do it. Don't worry.
Raj is making it complicated.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's
Yes,
his
you
topic.
are. I know. All right then, Raj. Since
The rules are set.
since it's your topic, I'll let you build the tier list first, or your tier list first.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Warlock and S tier.
Are we?
I
Just
said it. I said it. Everybody agrees with it.
But which subclass are we talking for Warlock?
Any.
Everyone,
It's
all
just
of
the
them.
class.
Because like I feel like that gets nuanced in the discussion here. Because you're like, well, this is S tier, and it's like, sure,
No.
potentially.
When it comes to
depending on the
Raj,
subclass.
it's always S tier. When it
No,
comes
see,
to
and
Raj,
this is why it's just
always
easier to
S
just actually argue about it rather than build individual tier lists. It'll take ages.
We're not building an individual tier list.
Look,
We're
he's
just
not.
gonna each go through and rank each one.
Look, all right. Raj is not wrong. I think Warlock is an S tier class. I think it's boring as hell to play.
Bro, you lack inspiration.
I lack inspiration every
Lack
time. It's like, oh my
inspiration.
gosh, my demon Dommy mommy gave me magic powers, and now I have to do what she says.
Yeah, you're just not creative enough for this. One of my warlocks, his patron is his own daughter because it's like a half demon baby thing, and it's a pact of the blade one,
No,
and
man,
his
I'm
daughter turns into his pact weapon.
I'm not
See,
disagreeing. It's fine, but you have to bend over backwards to get to stuff like that.
Plus,
I would-
Eldritch Blast
I
go
would
burnt.
put it personally. I'd put it in A tier because I think it just has some limitations in how you use your spells. I think it's powerful, but I think it has limitations in the spells, which just brings it down to A.
Who's using other
Got
spells?
pieces in
Eldritch
there.
Blast go burnt.
Not that the spells are bad. I mean how spell slots work.
Fair enough.
I prefer it. I don't like dealing with all the spell slot nonsense.
I think having such reliance on Eldritch Blast, I think is a big
Speeds up
can be
gameplay,
a big
makes it easy.
liability.
I mean, how's it any different than like a wizard? Like, sure, there's other spells, but we all know you're whipping out fireball. Like,
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, whoa. Okay, I'm feeling really attacked all of a sudden. Here's the thing. Warlock succeeds at almost everything. Which
It does succeed at
like
everything.
objectively, I think Warlock just succeeds at everything. You wanna do something with a character, pick a Warlock, you'll find a way to do it. And it doesn't matter which class you take. Pact of Blade. I'm talking just core book. Pact of Pact of Blade, Pact of Chain, and Pact of the book or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it and
So good.
plus when you tie in Xanathars and Tashas and you get all the extra fun little stuff from those, I mean,
And the multi-classing just vibes well with every other class.
yeah, I get. See, like I said, I
It does well multi-classing, but I still think by itself, it's an A tier. It's not quite an S tier.
What makes it not an S tier for you, Ryan? I mean,
Like I said, it's over-reliant on Eldritch Blast. I think for being a
You don't
magic
have
user,
to
it is
build an
extremely
Eldritch Blast,
narrow.
though.
in Warlock's defense, though, doesn't every class have some shtick that they're overly reliant on?
Absolutely. That's the point of the class, I
To a
think.
different degree. I mean, when it comes to Warlock, if you're using magic, you're going to be using a lot of Eldritch Blast.
Over-reliance on the Eldritch Blast just comes from a closed-mindedness in using the Warlock. For example, the last Warlock that I played did not use Eldritch Blast at all. He used a different cantrip, the one that ignites their weapon with like green flame or whatever, and that's what they used instead of Eldritch Blast.
is that a Hexblade that does that?
It's Hexblade, a version of it, but it's like an actual cantrip in 5e that, like not Booming Blade. It might be Booming Blade. It's something like that though. It's a different cantrip. But what I'm saying is you can branch out within the confines of the class. You don't have to be a one-trick pony with it.
Okay. So here's the thing. All right. I'm gonna get up on my soapbox here for a second. Look, Raj, you're a creative guy, and I respect that. Okay, you're a creative man. I really need to preface that before I say most people are not creative with their warlocks. I'll die on that hill. All right. Pick a warlock. What do? Every single time they get into a fight, I roll a d20 and I cast Eldritch Blast. Ryan's
It's
got a point.
reframed this way.
Ryan's got a
Warlock
point.
does not encourage creativity.
Look,
Or variety.
Warlock is easy, Warlock is powerful, and Warlock has a lot of things that it can do well. And for that reason, it's an S tier class mechanically, right? But
No,
like,
it's an A tier.
I don't find it. It is not an A tier. I really think it's an S tier.
It's so versatile. Even if you're using Eldritch Blast the entire time and you're not creative with the class, all of its subclasses are so varied in how you play the character that you could play a Warlock, as I often do, every single time and have a completely different character, even if you're not creative with them at all.
Oh, sure. I think so. Here's the thing, though. This is where I was gonna get on my soapbox with. My big issue with 5th edition, is how much love the Warlock gets compared to everyone else, right? And I'm talking third-party supplements. I'm talking like regular book supplements. Like the Warlock was hands down the favorite class of this edition.
They know what the best one is.
It's not the best class. It's not it's not the best class. Okay, the best class.
If it were the best class, why would it need so much attention?
Yeah.
Theoretically, they
It's
should be
everybody's
trying
favorite.
to buff other classes to make them so
to
they aren't
be
feeling
to be-
left in the dust.
To be fair, though, that's like arguing like why does Luna Snow need so many skins and rivals if she's the best one? It's just
But
it's a
skins
popularity
are not
contest.
improving a character's viability.
I don't
whereas
think it- I don't
changing
think-
and adding mechanics
I
is.
never think it improves the viability of the Warlock. I think it just varies what you can do with the Warlock because it was always viable.
Yeah, it just broadens it out a little bit.
You
I don't
know?
think it ever changes it mechanically in a way that is completely different, like they have tried to do for, say, Ranger, which is an actually bad class.
Okay, look, we'll come back to the Warlock argument later. Raj, give us the next one. Give us. your
No,
next
we
one.
got to Okay, so we have 2 S's, we have an A. What's the last verdict?
My tiebreaker, I'm going S.
All right.
Okay,
that's
S
3
tier
for
class
S.
then.
All right, Warlock stays in S. Look.
Let it be known that this tier list is here for and forever incorrect.
It is not here for it. You gotta vote. You gotta vote for what it is. All right. You just that's the.
I voted, and you gave the wrong vote.
Yeah, it's
therefore
called
incorrect.
democracy.
I never agreed to democracy.
You know, he's right to be entitled to his poor and wrong, objectively
No,
bad
look, okay.
opinions.
I wholeheartedly, when it comes to Warlock, I despise Warlock. I don't find it fun. I don't find it interesting.
I know where you live.
I know you know where I live. I know you love him. All right. I like, but like I said, I am like Look, like I said, we could be here arguing about it forever. Okay, I'm gonna move on to Barbarian, here, and I'm just gonna put it here. All right, it deserves
I
to be
agree.
A. Okay, Barbarian deserves to be A.
8 tiers.
Hey,
Hey, oh,
I agree with A tier.
All right, Brandon, what you got?
I'd almost put like B.
Okay.
Like, reason being, like, I get that like rage can be overly busted, but the inability to wear armor, I despise.
Oh,
Even though it
that's
can't wear armor, it's still a really effective tank.
Even then, just like something about it like bugs my goober brain. Like,
Before
I get-
There's also a lot of options to like still be powerful even without having armor. I don't know that not having armor is a detriment. It just provides a different skill set.
So I think I really like barbarians for the most part, and I think it's
damage in 5e is crazy.
its damage is crazy, and I think if you pick a weapon that does D12, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
you start out strong, and I think what helps with barbarians is I feel like they, for the most part, scale really well. I don't feel like a barbarian ever really fully falls off. Like, there's the argument that like martial classes will always never be as strong as magic classes, but I feel like if you're gonna play someone that hits real hard, barbarian's where you go, right?
Burns are the closest you can get, I think. Aside from a magic user in terms of damage output.
Because like
I think specialized fighters can come close, but again, they have to be specialized.
Yeah. An optimized barbarian can just tear through and is a crazy good tank.
which book is it that adds because like the thing is I don't love, I will say this, I don't love base class or base book, core book barbarian is how I want to phrase it, you know, player's handbook barbarian. 'Cause you got the two choices. You have berserker barbarian, which is like you get frenzy and all this other really great stuff, and you have totem barbarian, and it's like, oh boy, what does totem barbarian get? And you're like, well, you can take like some like attunements, and you have like some spirit stuff going on. You're like, oh, that's kind of interesting, but because like the aspect that you can take, what is it, the like the totem spirit you have, I think those are decent. Like if you want to play more of a support role, barbarian, sure, but it's like, I don't know, Path of Berserker is what you pick almost always. That, you know, people will probably argue with me on that. I'm just saying, play a barbarian, pick Path of Berserker. You want to hit hard, I want to rip things apart.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a solid.
I don't know.
Solid.
I feel like barbarian, I just don't have a whole lot to say about it.
No, they're fairly straightforward.
They're really straightforward. It's like I'm angry and I get to hit things, and it's like take a big weapon, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. Put a class
I'm listening.
somewhere.
We gotta do our rankings. Bar, your ranking, your
I'm
final
sorry,
ranking for
Bard
this
is
class.
S tier. Like, I stand by that.
Oh yeah. No. All right, hold on. Final rankings for barbarian. I think it's an A tier.
Oh,
Sorry,
A tier.
Ryan,
Hey,
Brandon.
I give it a B. It's not gonna matter, but
Averages keeps it in
That's
A
fair.
tier.
That's
The people have spoken. Again, you do get a move up or down class once. Just so you know. You
Okay.
can wait to the end if you really want.
All right, Brandon. You said Bard is S tier.
and I stand by that. Like, I get mechanically, maybe not the most exciting of classes, but like, as a Chaos Goblin, like, I love Bard. I love being able to hit my skill checks. I love being a silly goober. Like, I love everything about it.
It's a B tier.
B tier. B for Bard.
Okay, all right.
I can't. I can't
think,
keep it up
I
that
think
high.
with the other books, Bard gets a lot more interesting. It gets more interesting colleges and other stuff. Because I don't know. I agree with you that like it's fun. You get to be a silly little guy and a chaos goblin and all that, but I can be a chaos goblin with any class, you know.
And the
Yeah,
standard.
and I also get to
Bard
pretend I'm
stuff
like an
gets a little
erotic
quick.
novelist or something.
An erotic. No, he's not wrong. It's like is it Xanathar's? It's Xanathar's that has College of Swords, right? That
Yeah, and like College of Sword is actually makes Bard viable as like a melee class.
right, and it's like that works. It's like you can play College of Swords or other things, and I just
Bard can do a lot of different things,
probably shouldn't have put Bard
Decently.
up there yet.
but it's not like a ton super amazingly well. And that has its bonuses in some scenarios, and it has its detriments in others. Because if you need to be a support, then you're there. You're the support because you have something and everything. But if it comes down to you as a bard alone, it is going to be a lot tougher. And also, just as personally, if I'm playing something, I usually try and like to hone in on one specific area. Maybe not just like one skill or one style of fighting, but kind of like a theme or a series of, I don't know, spells or whatever. And whenever I look at Bard, I feel like there's a lot of different ways to go, and it's too many choices.
So here's the thing about Bard that I struggle with personally, but it's like I like Bard. I find that Bard comes down to the player, right? I think for me, like I can play a Bard because I think I'm decent enough at the whole improv Chaos Goblin. My brother can do the same, right? But I think Bard really comes down to more of the roleplay experience rather than the gameplay of a Bard, right? No, I'm not saying Bards are bad either, because they get some really cool spells and some really cool colleges.
Yeah, we're not putting them below B. They're not a bad class by any means. They just are lackluster and they're sort of are good for a laugh one time, and then when else are you gonna play them?
Every time. My sweet baby
Every
cheese.
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you know, that's,
You can only fuck the dragon once until it isn't.
Speak
funny
for yourself. You lack stamina.
I think the Bard is a good support class. I really do. I think it also just comes down to like, do you find that entertaining, right? Like I don't enjoy playing support classes very much unless
I think it depends
they
on
have
the
other
party
stuff.
that you're with and your own remembrance on using buffs and bonuses like Bardic Inspiration, and if people you're around use Bardic Inspiration. There's
How
also the choice
inconsistent is that,
paralysis.
though?
I think Bard's
It's very inconsistent.
Bard's also meld
There's
with-
the choice paralysis of like, oh, do I use my Bardic Inspiration now? What if I need that later?
Yeah, but I also think personally that just comes down to like, I don't know. I personally have been trying to break my own habit of like, do I need this later? I'm like, I'm gonna use it now and just hope I don't need it later. So
Yeah,
Like I
but
said-
like you get a D6 that only goes up to a D12, completely underrated by the way. For your bardic inspiration, that's what's the inconsistency. You can give them that inspiration, but how often are your party actually using that, and how often is it actually going to change the tide of the session?
Look, bards force you to be a lot more proactive with your group, and I think that's a good thing. Which is really great. I think bards, Brandon, you brought up a good point that like they can hit skills really well because they're a pretty skill-oriented class. Along with they have a little bit, they dabble in everything. They're
Definitely the skill monkey.
They're a great jack of all trades, right? It's like if you want to do a little bit of everything, you play a bard.
Yeah.
You know.
Unless you play Rogue.
Yeah.
No, even because they get jack of all trades and they get their like ability score, or not their ability score, their expertise and everything. So in terms of skill set, I think they even outrank Rogue in terms of just an overall skill monkey.
Overall skill. but a
Yeah.
little less skill for way more damage.
Well, yeah, rogues
That's
obviously.
Rogues do more damage, but you know the
Which
trade-off
is
is
why it plays
get,
it lower,
bards
because
get
rogue
spells.
exists.
Bards get spells. I mean, you can get spells as a rogue, but you know, a little more work.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I'm torn. I think I gotta say Bard is A tier.
Okay, what are they? I say B tier.
I say B.
Well, that's an S, an A, and 2 Bs. So the average is what, an A?
An A.
And then I'm using my promotion.
Lower
I'm
A
using-
than
just using it
Marion.
I'm using my promotion. You said we get one. That's where
All
I'm
right,
using it.
you get one promotion.
Come on.
Just so everybody knows, if you want to use your 1 demotion, you could put Bard back down.
I don't want to put Bard
If
back
that's what
down.
you wanted to
you
put
didn't
it
bring up
down, but-
demotions beforehand. Now you're just
No, you can
changing
move it
rules
up.
'cause
You
you're
can move it
salty.
up or down once.
move-
That's what
You
I
did
what I
not
said.
bring up demotions. Now you're just making it because you're salty.
I made that up from the very
You
beginning.
did.
Up or down,
I-
one.
Attack, clip that.
Click that.
Okay. All right, Ryan.
Yeah,
Pick a class.
a druid.
Ooh.
B tier.
B, really?
I love
S.
druids. I think druids a B tier.
I'm thinking.
I'm
A.
sorry. The fact you regain your health after wild shape puts it at least
You don't
A for
regain
me.
your health. You just go back to whatever you had.
Either way, like the fact you can wild shape and basically get another health bar, like mad busted.
Look, I get it. It's busted and it's strong. I loved, like, okay, you're talking to the guy who, if he had his way, would be like Raj and would play druids every single time. Druids, the problem with druids is unless you play Circle of the Moon druid, they're not fun.
That is true.
If you
That's
don't,
the only subclass that you can go
Disagree.
in with 5e druids.
if you don't play Circle of the Moon, I don't think they're very fun. Because, like, I just think the druid, it revolves, especially in 5th edition, revolves so heavily around playing one that can wild shape and having access to that and more wild shapes and all the bonuses you get while you're wild shaped as a druid. It's Circle of the Moon. You play Circle of the Moon. Right,
Yeah,
you
you're
said
at
you
a
disagree though.
complete
I'd
disadvantage.
like to hear.
Sorry, from me.
Yeah, you said disagree.
I think druid goes up in S tier because, well, like Brandon mentioned, the sheer amount you can tank with it, first of all, is ridiculous. I think it's probably the best tank in the game, barring all other aspects of the class. But also, for me, it's the versatility of things you get to do with a druid. You can change your different attack types, and eventually it becomes magical. So you have different bludgeoning, piercing, slashing attack types, as well as changing your size. And like, there's just so much that you can adapt in the moment to what you need. That I think that makes it an extremely powerful asset. I think it does lack in damage, but I think you can make up for that if you're willing to adapt to the situation.
Well, like I said,
Plus,
I oh, sorry, go ahead, Brennan.
no, I was gonna like not combat related, but being able to talk to animals and plants. Like, come on, man.
It's fun. It has a lot of fun. Look, you were talking to the guy who loves druids. I'm telling you, man. Circle of the Moon is the only viable option that's actually fun to play.
That's why I'm putting.
Why?
an A
Why
tier.
is that? Why is that the only viable option?
Okay, so here's the thing. If the problem is when you play other druid subclasses, like you get access to nature spells and stuff like that, but they are not very interesting and they're not very strong. You have a very limited spell list compared to other spellcasters, and you're basically playing a weaker spellcaster if you're not taking Circle of the Moon.
That's because the other ones tend to be more support-like. That doesn't mean it's the only one you can play to have fun. It's just a different
I'm
play
not saying,
style.
no, okay, my argument is that you can't have fun playing anything. I'm telling you, the only viable version of druid is like you play Circle of the Moon if you actually want your druid to stay interesting for all 20 levels.
Circle of the Moon is also where you get your wild shape as a bonus action instead of a full action as well, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not
yes.
that impactful in my opinion, but
I would say that it is. You waste an entire round, which is at lower levels especially. That's your whole turn, and you could be knocked right out of wild shape if you're targeted first, if you're trying to be the tank as a druid. You could just go right in, waste your turn completely, and then get knocked on your butt, and then go back right back out, waste your use of Wild Surge.
Okay, but at lower levels, that can happen with a lot of things. That's not just a druid.
Where's my player's
specific.
handbook?
But still, you gain Moon Druid, and suddenly it's a bonus action, and you can do everything you can. You gain, essentially, an
Sure,
entire
that is a
round.
bonus to the class. I still don't think it's the only viable way to play druid.
No, not the only viable way, absolutely, but the best one, by far.
Shoot. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking for Circle of the Moon really quick so I can...
The moon haunts
The
you.
moon haunts
The
you.
D&D wiki dot is not loading.
Yeah, I also think it's pretty cool because you get the Circle of the Moon also gets the elemental wild shape stuff, and that's kind of fun too. All right. Final rankings. I don't think I got more other than like I don't think it's that high.
A.
S.
Hey,
And I said B, so
That puts it in A.
hello, Druid. All right, we're back to me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, all right?
1 out of dough.
I gotta get it out of the way.
Yeah,
Ranger's
put
an
it-
F
throw it
tier
away.
class.
Throw it
Ranger is
away.
the worst class in 5th edition.
I don't even want to talk about it.
And Ranger will always be the worst class in 5th edition.
All right.
Let's
Bro,
just
I
skip
put my
to final
hunter's
ones.
mark, and then I shoot him, and then I put my hunter's mark,
And then I use
shoot
my
him.
my bonus action to move my hunter's mark, and like I can't use my bonus action. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating on my hunter's mark right now. So my animal companion is just kind of hanging out because
Can I give my argument for D tier?
Huh?
Can I give my argument for D tier?
Oh sure, go ahead.
It's the fact that the only reason I would personally put something in F tier is if anything it does could just be done by every other class. And the fighter comes close to that, but Ranger still has its own significant abilities. And I think that does provide a niche for some people who want to try and go into that. Yes, it is a weaker class. There's a lot of things fighter can do that the fighter can do better or on the same way that Ranger can. But I think Ranger still does have some of its own little niches that bring it up to D tier because nothing else has.
I don't disagree. You get some of the flavor. It's just
Eldritch Blast is an infinitely better range class than Ranger could ever hope to be.
That's magic. That's not physical ranged.
I would rank fighter still higher. A fighter using a bow.
Yeah, I
Way
would
more
too.
versatile.
I'm just
you
saying.
guys, you guys are
I'm-
not gonna like where I put
I'm not
fighters,
saying that
so-
I'm not saying that fighter isn't better. I'm just
Fighter's
saying
gonna be a
Ranger.
fight.
I'm saying Ranger has at least enough of its own niche skills and abilities that it deserves D tier instead of F tier.
Nah, something's got to go in F. That's where I'm putting it.
There is no rule that states something has to go in F.
It's on the board.
We haven't
We
given
wouldn't
our
wanna leave it
final
lonely.
rankings.
Do you have any more arguments for D, Ryan?
I've given my arguments. Is that it has its own niche and it may not be effective at a lot of things, but it's not ineffective at everything.
Look, and I gotta say, it's like this is for fun, for shits and giggles tier list, obviously, right? Like
Please don't shit then Google.
like you want to play a ranger, play a ranger. You want to play a druid, you play a druid. Like, you know, I think ranger does have its own niche and it fills it, right? I just feel like everything ranger tries to does is just outclassed by every. You can do almost anything else with.
Also, sorry, but just having a niche as a class in an RPG doesn't mean anything, I feel, because every single class also
I
has
think
its own
that's
niche.
purely opinion based because I think it does.
Cause
That's just purely subjective though.
my.
But like every single class is gonna have its own niche. That's how classes work.
No, I won't.
Great, and so if it doesn't have a niche, then it should be F tier. That's my reasoning.
But how
Fair-
would it
fair
not?
enough,
Is
like-
what I'm.
Ryan's giving his arguments.
I
Like,
think
Yeah.
it's a solid argument. I think it's good. Like it fills its niche, right? I still think it's an F tier class.
I also gotta go F tier. Like, I
I'm gonna go
don't
F
like
tier as
anything
well.
about Ranger.
All right, Raj, give us another one.
Fighter. C tier.
Oh, you guys are really not gonna like this. A tier.
Whoa!
I'd
was
probably
gonna
give it
say
a B.
B.
Like, I think Action Surge is really effective, especially once you hit 5th level.
Look, okay, all right. Fighter is the ultimate basis for building classes, I think, right? You get a fighter just high enough of a level that you get to attack twice, you get some of the fun stuff. You maybe take the oh shoot, what's the is it Battle Master that gives you access to the
So archetypes.
is it the Battle Master archetype that gives you access to the martial dice that lets you like do all the fun little maneuvers and stuff?
I think it's Battle Master, yeah.
Okay, you take that and then you build into something else, and you're on demon time. All right, you
Okay,
wanna
Hot take, brother. Hot take.
okay.
I think Fighter's only good for multi-classing.
That's no okay. See, but that's why I
Also
think it's
what I
A tier.
think.
All right, that's why I said it's a basis. I think if you just go
No,
straight
I'm not
fighter-
saying you base off Fighter. I'm saying you start with like Paladin, take a couple dips into Fighter. Now we're cooking.
no.
Warlock
no.
Fighter is some good soup.
And yeah, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Okay. All right. I love playing weird, silly little guys. I like kobolds and goblins and stuff. But there is something about human male fighter big sword that is just, I love. Okay, I love it.
You can be a
Basic.
barbarian.
It's basic.
Yeah, you could do it with a lot of other things.
You could do it with a lot of other things. Look, like I said, I know this will be a hot take. I think it's an A tier class because you can do so much with it. But Brandon's right in the fact that you can't. I don't think going straight fighter is all that interesting. It never is. Right. Unless.
It's pretty high up for you knowing that it shouldn't go into anything by itself.
Look, man. Okay, I love fighters because I have a lot of ways you can play fighters in interesting and fun ways. All right. Look, I think it's A tier, all right? It's like a I think if you want to play a straight fighter, right? You start hoarding magic items. Just start hoarding magic items.
Oh, that's coping.
That's not coping.
Having to go and get items to make your class decent.
But then
that's
it's fun.
cope.
But then it's fun rather than having to like then like
But that's every
having to just rely
class.
on my class. It's like now I'm solely relying on the cool magic items, and I can start pulling random ones out of my buttocks.
Why even play a class then? Just go straight peasant.
Because you're magic item guy. All right. When the fighter pulls out.
No.
When a fighter pulls out. Okay. Now I might be totally mixing up 3 to 5. Can you trick magic items, magic devices in 5?
Trick?
Yeah. So in 3, there's the oh my goodness, I'm stuttering so much. There's the skill use magic device, and there's a feat called trick magic device, right? I think it also shows up in Pathfinder. You can trick a magic device and use it as if you had the knowledge to use it, even though you don't. And I don't think that's a thing
I'm
in 5.
afraid that's not 5th edition, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like
That is
that's
Pathfinder
what I'm
in 3.
asking. Can you do that in 5th edition? 'Cause
I
don't
am
think you
not
can.
seeing anything.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I like fighters.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, but that's my thing. I just think they're fun. Like they're so basic, but they could do so much. There's
B
such
for basic.
there's this a versatile basis to make something crazy.
B for basis.
Yeah, B for basic. Is that what I'm hearing?
I have it in C still, but
I
I don't have any other arguments for it.
I think it's A tier. That's mine. Raj, you said C. Ryan,
I'd say B.
Brandon,
I also say B.
B it is.
B it is. All right. Let's see. Who picked fighter?
I did.
Ryan.
Monk.
Ooh!
Oh,
B
I'm
tier.
torn on Monk.
Also one of my most favorite class. I will argue for A tier.
Ooh, A tier. A tier. That's.
I could
I also
understand
gotta go
lower.
B. I think the
but it's not
improved
one of my
like
personal
movement speed
favorites.
is really helpful.
I think improved movement speed is really good. I like the key system. I think the key system's kind of engaging.
Mhm.
It's something a little different because it's not like spell slots or anything. It's like you got your own little gauge, and I'm managing my key gauge. It's kind of like psionics and other editions where it's like I'm managing my psionics points. And I know some people don't like psionics. I don't know. Also, like what's the archetype? There's the archetype in the base book. I don't hold on. Called I'm like, oh, let's talk about D&D. The one that makes you like the Avatar. I don't know.
Oh, the archetype that it goes with the elements.
Yeah.
Are you talking 5e or Pathfinder?
We're talking 5e.
5e.
Okay.
There's one that makes you
Way of the elements or something like that.
Hold on. I'm almost there. I'm so sorry. That's
Way of the astral. Oh yeah, way
it's
of the
Way
four
of the
elements.
You're it's literally the Avatar, okay?
It is the
You
Avatar.
want to play
That is pretty
Aang?
cool.
You want to play Aang? It's pretty cool. Or it's like yeah, you still kind of get magic because like at 11th level you can spend 4 key points to cast Fireball, but it's called Flames of the Phoenix. And now I'm like Zuko it's you're playing Aang. It's cool. I don't know. It's
Hey,
very
Zuko
fun.
here.
Hey, Zuko here. Look. I think it's fun. I think it's a B tier because I just like.
Hear me out though. A
Okay.
huge plus of the class. You don't need armor. You don't need weapons. Anywhere your character is, they're ready to go. If you have to turn in weapons to go into a fancy party, you're not hindered. You're not at any sort of disadvantage.
Oh, that's fair.
But what about the no
If you
shirt,
have
no
to go
shoes,
into a
no
den of
service
thieves and they have to put your weapons on a table, you're still at no disadvantage.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Plus you get extra attacks at higher levels too, don't you?
You certainly do.
Plus your unarmed
Your flurry
goes
of
up
blows
as,
just keep going.
plus your
Yeah.
unarmed attack goes up as you get higher level. Raj,
And your armor bonus too.
I think you converted me. I think I'm with Raj. All right. It's
Yeah,
A tier.
Yeah.
It's A tier. Okay.
Its subclasses are so versatile too.
Like, it's a fair argument. Like, I just don't like the key pool being based off wisdom.
Ooh.
It is different. It is different.
It is different. I will give you that. I just don't like playing wise characters. So
Well, I think the problem with the wisdom thing as well is it's like dexterity and strength and charisma. Like, I feel like the monk relies on, what is it, dexterity and strength a lot too, right? And so it feels like I'm splitting myself 3 ways, which, is not an issue, but.
It's definitely a downside. I won't lie.
When I played Monk, granted it was my first time playing D&D 5e, or D&D in general, I did Way of the Four Elements. I felt like there was a reliance a little bit on coming about things in creative ways to feel powerful, because while you do control the elements, which is really cool, a lot of those abilities were more utility than fighting. And so you can have to figure out a way to use them.
Yeah, that's definitely probably the. I would say more the subclass than the actual core class,
I
but
think
definitely
the thing is
valid.
monks struggle a little more at lower levels, but I think they scale really well. I don't know.
They're definitely a mid-level character, especially when our campaigns typically top out at about 12th level. That's
Not
typically where they succeed.
anymore.
Not right now.
At least not when
I definitely, it's definitely a class I want to revisit, but from the one time I did play it, it felt like I was kind of struggling to stay up to par.
That's right. That's valid.
Especially as a first class, though, keeping track of things like key points and everything, it's a little rough.
Key points I genuinely didn't actually have any problem with.
I really don't think key points are all that bad. It's like you just put a dice in front of you to manage it, you know?
Yeah.
And just turn it. I don't know. I'm at A tier. Roger's at A tier.
I'm at A tier.
I'm
Ryan.
gonna go B tier.
Oh, Brandon went B tier?
I think I'm at B tier as well. I think it would definitely require me to revisit it, but I think...
Ooh, straight split.
All right,
So yeah, there's no
here's-
average
my
for this.
original
man.
look, my original inclination was B, and so I think that's where I'm gonna put it for now. We can
All right.
revisit, but my
All right.
original inclination was B. I think this is where it's got to be. You feel?
Yeah.
All right, Brandon.
This is my second favorite class. No worries.
You can always use your promotion if you feel passionately about it, Rod.
I just might at the end. Yeah.
Brandon.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's talk about the Paladin. I think it's a C tier.
Ooh.
Okay. My favorite classes in any RPG are paladins.
Paladin.
Reason
He's a
being,
paladin.
I think Paladin is a glass cannon. You're going to be like, bro, Paladin's a tank. What are you smoking, right?
Right.
Paladin is only powerful as long as they have spell slots. The minute you run out of Divine Smite, you are a subpar fighter.
Ooh. These are fighting words for sure.
That's
Additionally, I don't like the alignment restrictions that inherently come with the class.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get the whole idea is I am a pious man of God and my powers derived from my deity, but there are 3 ways to play a paladin. I am 100% for my deity, I am someone who's doubting it and ends up breaking his oath and has to be an oath breaker, or I am like, ooh, I'm super evil. Like, that's it. That's all you get.
I really like playing good guys. Okay, paladins are like the perfect exemplar of that. I look. I know you guys are chaos goblins. A lot of people I play with are chaos goblins.
Don't let me into that group.
Which is why, like, when I get put at the table and I'm playing like a pious man of God, I'm like, man, I don't fit in. All right, because look, I love it. I love being this guy who shows up and is like, hey, fellow gamers, let's do good, and then is just like appalled when you're lighting a town on fire.
Oh man, I've never played a paladin, and I've never looked into a lot of their things. I'm not sure where to put him.
Paladins get extra
I'm a
attacks.
swing voter here.
Paladins,
I
I think
personally-
their Divine Smite is really good. I think their Channel Divinity is really decent. They get oath spells specifically devoted to their oaths.
Admittedly,
Um,
I know 3/5 you cannot get diseased. I don't know if that holds in 5e.
I don't.
It doesn't. Or divine health. You do get immune to disease at 3rd level, just as 3/5. So that is.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
you're
Like,
still
insane.
immune.
I think that's really powerful.
You have a little bit of healing, and I know that doesn't scale like fantastically as you get higher up, especially against a cleric. But it's like you're still useful. You have a lot of like is it the auras that you get that
Yes.
that like you just like your dude just has crazy aura, and all your friends are
Or of protection, or of courage, and
yeah, and there's other ones that are in
or
the other
improvements.
books. And it's like you're kind of right, but like you can also play like in 5th edition. There's like nature paladins, right, with the oath of ancients. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I really like paladins. I'd call them A tier.
I would think that
I think
In
it's
my-
all the pluses of a fighter with more to it.
yeah, and they're definitely the safety net of a party,
You know,
because they have a lot of their utility is based off of not necessarily direct combat, but if somebody gets cursed or diseased, or they need something fixed, Paladin's there for them.
now to your point,
I personally,
Brandon. Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
personally put them at B tier because I think they have a lot of really useful skills, but I feel like they can run out pretty quickly.
I think to your point, Brandon, like you're 100% right. I think there's only you can make creative and interesting ways, but like the basis of Paladin is they're going to be a lot the samey, kind of thing. They like you get interesting when you start running into like Oathbreaker Paladins and stuff like that, but you're right, alignment restrictions hurt the class a little, right? But I think that also really depends on the player, because like, well, I think you are on the I think we're brothers, by the way. I think this works out really well as an analogy. Where you are on like the super chaotic side, all right, I think I almost always lean towards lawful.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think there's just the duality of man, if you will. Oh, I don't know. I love paladins. I'm saying A tier.
I stand by it. I think it's a C tier class.
Oh, Raj.
Ryan, you putting it in B?
Yeah.
I think I also have to put it in B.
No. Oh, okay. All right, we're good. Let's talk about clerics then.
They have to go S. It has to.
I hate that you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just no other option.
I'm sorry.
I don't have to be happy about it, but it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like-
the one class that the writers like more than Warlock.
Look, okay. Here's my deep state opinion on this. So listen up, woke liberals, okay? clerics are really important to groups because you need a healer, okay?
You have to.
But no one wants to just play the character that like their whole thing is like, oh, I give you some AC or I give you some health. So they intentionally make clerics really awesome.
Yeah.
So people will play clerics, okay?
Especially because
100%
in just core, you have 2 healers and one of them is bad at healing.
Who's the other? Is it Druid that's the other one?
No, cleric and paladin. I guess druid and bard, you know, they're sort of utility. They can be healers, but cleric and paladins are the healers, and
And the
paladins are
bigger
not very
tension
good at
with
it.
paladin as a healer, like it's in direct competition with your divine smite.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's why it's not very good.
and
So
most
cleric
people
is the
aren't gonna-
only viable healer.
It's like I love clerics are some of the only viable healers, but they get heavy armor. They have what proficiency to
They get exotic.
they don't have proficiency to martial weapons or exotic weapons, right? But they have
Remind me, it's been a while since I played a cleric. Are they alignment restricted, or is it just...
They're
heavily
not.
CG?
No,
You
clerics
need
are
to be
not
based
aligned to
off
your
of their god.
deity.
yeah, you're aligned
Yeah.
to your deity. So if you worship Shar, who's what, lawful evil, neutral evil,
Yeah,
Your-
something like
your
that.
paladin.
I know this
follows-
is an aside. Why didn't they do that with Paladin?
Who knows?
I think Baldur's Gate 3's approach to paladin's a little better, where it's less like my alignment or deity and more like, am I just in keeping with my oath? Because like in Baldur's Gate 3, like you can do Dark Urge as an Oath of Vengeance paladin and pretty much not break your oath.
Well, it's like Pathfinder as well also does it, where it's like you have to be within your deity's ideals, and you can't do anything anathema to them, right? Obviously, because they don't have
Right.
alignment, right? The whole history and reason of like paladins being lawful was it's because they follow the laws of their deity, right?
Clerics do not have a heavy armor proficiency.
No, so clerics can get them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
through
they
feats
start
and
with
stuff,
medium.
but
But like the
They should have shield
domains-
proficiency though.
like your domains give you access to like you get your cleric spells, and then I'm pretty sure your domains also give you access to like another pool of spells. So you get some kind of cool stuff with that too. So you can dip into other places. Destroy undead is pretty good. For
Plus,
like when your DM starts throwing like waves of crazy undead at you as you get into higher levels.
Plus, like I got 2 words for cleric: Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians. And what's the one that you can summon the weapon? You're like
spirit weapon?
yeah, the spirit weapon or whatever, because like that thing can like
I think
fly
that's
on
what
its
it's
own
called.
technically, can't it?
yeah, you can control it as if it was like a familiar. Yeah,
Yeah.
spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon, the spirit guardians, they get some crazy good spells, some crazy good healing, they can do some crazy good damage, they can dip into some stuff so they can be a little more versatile. They don't have alignment restrictions, and so you can technically play a cleric of anything you want.
The only thing stopping a cleric is concentration, and there are several ways to get around that.
There is, but that's
Just take the
also
Warcaster feat.
Yeah.
but like, you know, that's also part of the game, right? Is you know, little tension, little straw. Look, I think clerics are S tier. I think they're just very good. And you can play them in just the weirdest ways.
I've never even played one. It's S tier for me.
Like thinking, like take Critical Role for example. Laura Bailey played Jester Lavore. Jester's a cleric. I thought Jester was a bard or something. Like you can play clerics in the weirdest ways. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Rock, if
they're
you ever want to
great. They're
know
so-
how a cleric works, just be the DM while Ed plays cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's really good at clerics. My dad's really good at D&D in general. He learned from some crazy power gamers.
His multi-classing is
Yeah,
Next
so
level.
dad recently as well, not to go off on a tangent on this thing, but like dad recently, and my dad Ed has we're playing Pathfinder. My brother's been DMing a Pathfinder game. My dad has gone through and built a character for every single class to see how they stack out before he like
Did he really?
yes, he
I hadn't
has.
heard that
He's
part.
built a character for every single class. And then has just picked
Oh.
and choose what would be the most OP for it. Like he has been power gaming it so good.
So is that how he wound up a gunslinger?
No, he picked Gunslinger because he didn't start doing that until after he picked Gunslinger.
Oh, I see.
So it's just something he's been doing in his off time. I think he's planning for if his character dies, like how to build something even nastier.
I gotta turn up the ferocity. Y'all have like all these backup characters.
He's just in the corner laughing to himself.
I always have backup characters, but mine are less like I actually built him and more like this sounds like it would be fun to play, and it goes into a little note, you know?
That's usually how I have it. It's like 2 lines where it's like, you know, it'd be hilarious as a barbarian if he was obsessed with haircuts and bad haircuts triggered his rage.
Yeah.
And his name is Barber Ian. Beautiful.
Look, I was dogging on warlocks, but like my current like top of list, this is what I'm playing next, is a fighter warlock. So
See, multi-class. I've told you, fighter only works for multi-classing.
No, of course it only works for multi-classing, okay? I really like fighters. All right.
Anyhow, final cleric scores. S.
S.
Yes.
All right, moving
Our
on.
only unanimous class.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Unhappy S.
Unhappy S.
All right, let's talk rogues before we get to spellcasters.
All right, fair enough.
I like
Me too.
rogues. They're fine. I've never my dad has said to me multiple times, Matthew, I think you are the most like a rogue and you'd really like playing rogues. I have never played a rogue.
No, you're totally a druid if we all were classes. Why would he say that?
My dad just said he says I'm totally a rogue. That's what he said. He said I think you're kind of a rogue and you totally have the most fun playing one. So
Have
Like
you ever
rogues
played
are
one?
important, especially if you gotta handle traps. Like, sure, Bard can also assist, but like to Ryan's point, like Rogue is much better at like those specific things, right?
oh yeah. Your rogue is your skill player. And some of that can be really
sneak
fun.
attack kind of goes nutty.
Sneak attack
Oh
does.
yeah.
I think sneak attack's pretty good. I like sneak attack. And I think sneak attack is a lot more versatile in this version of the game than it is in like 3.5 or other ones. I think it just you can use it more often.
My problem with sneak attack, and not to say it's bad, I think it's insanely good, is when I think of a sneak attack, I think of someone that's been hiding, and they're like, oh, now I'm gonna come out of hiding and surprise them, not like, oh, just an unexpected attack. Because just having someone that's in melee range of you, that's an ally, being able to provide a sneak attack just doesn't make sense in my head.
Yeah, 5e rules for sneak attack are so open and broad that's what makes the class so good.
I think it works. I think it makes sense, right? It's like in the chaoticism, in the chaoticness of battle, right? Like they're focused on your friend more than they are you, and so you get a chance to stab him in the kidney or something, you know?
I mean, I guess I
Yeah.
get it, but like my natural inclination for sneak attack is someone coming out of hiding
Are the
for an attack.
actual
rather
rules on
than-
sneak attack that broad though? I thought the definition is just you have to have advantage on the target.
Yeah, but you can gain advantage.
Sure,
Pretty
like you can
easily,
gain advantage
especially
in a
when you're
lot of
building for it
ways, or pretty easily.
specifically.
Like to Ryan's point, just having someone in melee range, bada bing bang boom.
The thing about rogues though is they do rely really heavily on coordination with your team, and so like with your party, with your friends, which not a problem. It's just you got to be wary of that. I'm not really. I don't know why I'm bringing that up like it's a knock. Like it's fine, you know.
No, but I think it's helpful because like you can even sneak attack with ranged. Like you don't even have to get close to do it.
No, yeah.
Or like especially with sneak attack, right? You also like at higher levels you get things like a death strike.
But that's for the assassin subclass though.
Oh yeah, that is just for assassin, huh? Hold on. Do you get things like uncanny dodge is really good? Because like you can have damage as long as you can
Having
basically
Carter
see someone and use
play
it
as a rogue was a frustration and a half, let me tell you. That man used uncanny dodge so much, which I know it's like an innate thing, but it's a frustrating ability to fight against.
Especially when it's already built into a only Dex character. Like you don't need anything else for rogue. You
And
can
when there are
pop
just
everything into Dex.
when there's just a ton of spells that are Dex save based.
Yeah. Yeah, rogues just rarely ever get hit.
Like, I think there's ways to do it, but like they just get a lot. Like they have the blind sense ability, where it's like as long as something's within 10 feet of you and you can hear, like you can find any hidden or invisible creatures basically. They get the wisdom, they get bonuses on the wisdom, and obviously I'm in the higher parts, but it's like Stroke of Luck is also super OP, where it's like once per rest, basically, you can choose to either just give yourself a natural 20, or you can choose to automatically hit something. Like, delicious. I think Thief is fun. I think Assassin's fun. I think Rogue has a lot going for it. I'm gonna say Rogue is an A tier class. It's an A tier class.
I'd agree with A.
Raj, Ryan.
I'm in between A and S for it because its damage
already
output is
said
buku.
That's 3 for A.
Oh yeah, let's just put A. Let's just do A.
All right, which spellcaster do we want to tackle first?
Wizard.
It's
Wizard.
wizard time.
I love wizards. Okay, I love wizards. I don't play spellcasters very often, but I like wizards over sorcerers.
Elaborate, brother.
I'm not a fan.
You're
C tier.
C tier.
C tier.
Where's my
his
player's
warlock
handbook?
bias. It's coming in. I put wizard in S tier.
So
S!
I genuinely I know it's a kind of glass cannon-y, but I think Magic is just so
Wizard's an
busted
S tier
in
class.
5e.
Wizard is an S tier
Shoddy.
class.
Shoddy, one goblin at first level and he's gone.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta agree.
One goblin at first level? Sure. By the time we hit 20th, you could straight up twist a dragon into a
Who
pretzel.
cares? Who cares about that?
You just want it. You just don't want it in that high up because warlock's up there.
That's right. S tier is a little crowded. I don't want to be sharing the spotlight.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have put warlock in S tier.
No, we
To
should.
Ryan's point, I think Wizard is a glass cannon. Like, I think its ranking also depends on the level you're at, because like playing a first level wizard, not very fun. Playing a level 12 wizard, very fun.
Arguably, playing a lot of classes at level 1 can be not very fun.
That's fair, but I think it's particularly worse for spellcasters.
Look, but that's the point of spellcasters. It's kind of lame at early levels for the huge payoff at the higher levels.
Not warlock.
That's
Warlock's cool all the time.
You better keep your mouth shut, or I'm busting warlock down to A tier out of spite.
No.
Okay.
Like, I think one of the bigger things Wizard does, it's an evocation. Yeah, Wizard gets it. Magic Missile, a guaranteed spell that hits, phenomenal.
Delicious.
Doesn't do much damage, but like you
This
can
is
easily like
good.
crank that up, especially when you get to the higher levels. Like 8
Oh, yeah.
missiles that I'm launching at someone at those higher levels, they're all guaranteed to hit.
They're all
like,
guaranteed to hit, and even at D4s, it's like you're rolling hot, you're hitting hard.
exactly,
Is it
right?
what-
It's
is
like
it
if your
rogue
tanks
that
have been doing
gets-
their jobs, like you can mode to finish a bunch of people.
Is it rogue or monk that you can just dodge those?
Probably
I
rogue.
don't. It's probably rogue, but I don't think rogue can technically dodge anything. They just have their damage. Look,
Missile ability. I don't remember.
I understand your point. I'm just saying, a wizard goes from being able to like throw a little ball of fire at someone to being able to rewrite reality. So they're OP. They're OP. I also think their archetypes are really good. Hold on, I gotta go find their archetypes now. Now I'm lame because I caught myself out. Cause like sorcerers have some fun little stuff going on with them. Don't get me wrong, but it's like you want to play a wizard. Wizards get shoot, cause the different schools give you some cool stuff. Like School of Divination's really fun.
Plus, like, probably shows up a little less in 5e, but being able to just learn spells off of scrolls, that's sick as hell.
Yeah, you get to take the books off people. Oh my goodness, I am losing my marbles.
Back to the Dome Warlock does that too.
Raj, I am gonna bust that guy down. Don't you start with me.
Don't do it. You know he belongs.
He's gonna bust Wizard down, and now we're just at an impasse.
Oh damn. Yeah, I just like wizards. I don't know. I think wizards are really strong. I will agree they're kind of weak at low level, but I think wizards are the superior spellcaster.
Oh, I agree. They're superior spellcasters.
They get more spell
Like, hands
slots
down.
too, don't they? More spell slots. That right there.
Yeah, they get the higher level ones too.
They have more spell slots. So they get access to more spells at higher levels. Like obviously that's the point, but like they're an S tier class. All right, I'm saying S. And Raj.
I will give them B.
Ryan.
S.
Brandon.
Probably A,
A.
I push it to A.
which in an average would put it at a true split.
We'll put it at A. We'll put it at A for now. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk sorcerers. Sorcerers are like lamer wizards.
Sorcerers are lamer wizards. Put that at B.
With that at B. I don't know. I really like what is it? What is it? The thing that sorcerers get, where it's like the wild magic table. The wild magic table.
Wild magic is the most interesting thing about them, but you play it once and then you're good. Like a bard.
You're good. I don't know, because like I think sorcerers do a lot better being built into things like fighter than wizards do.
Yeah, they're definitely a multi-class character also if you wanted a martial character to have spell casting.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong on sorcerer, but isn't it saving grace as meta magic
Yes.
as opposed to
Yeah,
like wizard
you can
gets
do
more
some
spell
crazy
slots,
things,
but like you can do some busted stuff with meta magic.
Yeah, but they also suffer from Paladin's thing of you only get so many of those, so you can do 2 or 3 cool things a day, and then that's it. You're done.
I don't know. The sorcerer's origins also give you some pretty cool stuff, don't they? Like.
Well, like Dragon Origins.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I've played a good chunk of these classes, but like I got nothing on sorcerer.
Because like Draconic Bloodline gives you like the ability to fly, and people are like, oh, but wizards can do that anyway. You know, the wild magic surges are really cool.
For how I approach a character and how I play characters, sorcerer just feels like the least interesting magic class, and I genuinely put it in C.
Although isn't a sorcerer's like magic ability based off charisma as opposed to
so
wizard
it's
is what,
it's
wisdom?
charisma, right? And so I think
Wizards is intelligence.
Yeah,
Which I
wizards
think
is
inherently means like the sorcerer leans a little better in like in terms of certain skill checks too, right?
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
I think in roleplay skill checks
Like-
they're a lot better. Like what, Brandon? Oh,
The thought died. I don't know.
oh, you're good. You're good. I really have to agree with Ryan. I think sorcerer is C tier. I find it doesn't do anything that I particularly like, and now my bias is going to show because I don't think I've played a sorcerer in 5th edition. I'm playing a sorcerer
not
in
either.
Pathfinder, and I'm liking that. But I'm kind of realizing I'm like, maybe I should have just played a wizard, like even in Pathfinder, right? I don't know. I think sorcerers are like fighters. They're really good at being able to multi-class.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right,
Especially with
Brandon-
like warlock.
So Brandon used his 1 to move up or down to put Bard in S tier. Raj,
Skip me and come back.
huh?
He's
Skip
just
me
waiting
and come
for
back.
somebody. He's waiting for somebody to move
I have to
the
use
walk.
mine as defense.
Ryan. Actually, no. I think. Well, look. All right, fine. We'll let Ryan go. All right, we'll let Ryan go.
I really want to move Druid up. I think it deserves S tier.
You want me to move Druid?
Alright, fair enough.
Druid is an S tier class.
I still think Ranger's a D tier, but I don't think that's a fight that's going to make any impact.
I want to move Paladin.
What?
I want to move Paladin. I want to move Paladin. I really do.
Moving
look-
down?
No, I want to move.
Yeah, move it down. Like,
Oh,
too high?
don't start with me. Paladins are an A tier class, okay?
Fair enough. All right, promote
Let
her
me
up.
just say that this tier list, after being able to move things up 1 or down, is a bad tier list. My own included.
I thought it was a cool mechanic.
Oh, we all
I
know
don't
the
disagree.
point of the tier
I
list
just
was
think
just
the
to
overall
engage
tier
discussion.
list
It was never gonna be good.
destroyed.
It was never gonna be good.
I want to move Paladin so bad. I'm gonna do it. I think Paladin's an A tier class. I do. I
Put
really
Bard
do.
down. Put Bard back down.
You rat bastard! I'm leaving this discussion. This is over. I'm out. Good night.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, right.
Oh, he's bad. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not a Bard fan. I'm
Put it back.
okay
Put it
with
back.
Druid being
Put it
S tier.
back. Put it back.
If I don't move Bard down, I have to move Paladin back down. So I'm gonna be
Why
making
would
one
you
person
do
upset at
that?
me, you know?
Why would you do that? What's wrong with you?
Keep Bard down. Mine is
Yeah,
uses for
go.
Bard down. That's a good list.
He waited. He knew. He knew exactly what he was gonna do.
At the end of the day, what is this list really worth?
At the end of the day, it's proven that Warlock is the best class.
At the end of the
That's
day, it just sounds like
false.
next time we do a tier list, we get to argue over Pathfinder classes.
Bro, we're gonna be here for like 3 hours if we have to argue over Pathfinder.
No, we should do every single class in every book and prestige class of 3-5. And just be here for like 8 hours.
We would literally be here for days, not hours.
There's only like 300 prestige
No
classes
sleep,
and 40
no
core
eating.
classes.
It is only debate
There's
until
so
we are
many core
done.
classes.
Yeah, I think there's 44 in all of the books. the
Look,
official
I love
books.
3.5 just for the sheer variety of the game.
I love 3-5.
But that's not why we're here. I hope you enjoyed listening to us goobers yap for an hour about a tier list oh my goodness, this tier list.
And obviously objectively correct and no
Non-biased.
flaws
This has
whatsoever
been
with it.
made by a
This
team of
tier list,
professionals.
this tier list is going to be argued by us, I think, for a while, because there's a few that I still don't agree with, but
You know,
that's the beauty.
overall,
Yeah, like
That's-
Paladin
like it.
getting A tier.
Paladin's
Brother, I'm
an
sorry.
A-tier class, okay?
What
It's
are you
an A-tier
smoking?
class.
Because I need
if I had
some of that.
complete control, I'd put Paladin and Wizard down. I'd put Monk up. And then I'd probably keep it the same.
I'd put Fighter in A tier if I had complete control.
Brother, you're skewing too high on all these.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because I'd move Warlock down. I'd move Druid
No,
down.
you wouldn't. You agree. You're just doing that to be combative.
No, I'm
combative
not.
to me.
As the person who
Yes, you
demoted
are.
Bard,
You
don't even
agreed
start
that
with
Warlock
me.
should be S tier,
Look, I
even
think
from this
no, 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 no,
morning.
no. Look, I agreed with you last night that I think it is objectively an S tier class. If this is a personal ranking, it's like a B tier in my opinion.
Oh. You just haven't played it. You just haven't experienced it.
Look, man. That's where the dominoes fall.
Maybe you're the one lacking experiences, Raj, because you play Warlock so much. You just are clouded
I-
to play any of the other classes.
Hey,
enough.
I'm multi-class warlocks, okay? I play
That's
a
not
bunch of
fair.
other classes. I just, keep
Yeah,
a nice
yeah,
little base.
Yeah.
Nice little cushion.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching the podcast. If you liked it, like it. Wow. If you have something to say it in the comments. If you want to hear us yap once a week, hit the subscribe button. I love you. Goodbye.
Bye, internet people.
Bye.